Hey everybody, we are here in the offices of Rustbucket Rumble. My name's Sam. We've got Steve over here and Jason, and they're both members of our development team on Rustbucket Rumble. We wanted to have this stream with you guys and maybe play a few games, talk about some strategies that we have when we're playing, maybe talk about some of the development stuff and how the game came to be. So we hope you enjoy it, and we hope you like talking with us. For those of you who aren't quite sure what Rustbucket Rumble is or haven't had a good introduction to it yet, we have this little announcement trailer that we made. We'd like to show that to you right now, so just give us a second and we'll roll that out.
No audio for the trailer. It's almost over anyway.
Well, just
Okay.
Well, that was fun. So obviously you guys were not getting sound for that. Next time we will get it right.
For the
But
trailer, you mean?
you got, from the trailer, you got the idea, or at least from the visuals, that when we made this game, we wanted to have a fun game that anybody could pick up, that was kind of goofy, and everybody would have a good time playing. So hopefully you at least picked that up from the visuals. But I thought we would we would start off and introduce ourselves a little more. This is Steve Bucci, and he works with us at Reactor Zero. Steve, how long have you been doing video game stuff?
Oh, a long time now. Don't really know.
Since you can remember.
Yeah.
Steve's one of those guys who, you talk about any sort of feature in a game or a way of addressing an issue in the game, and Steve can pull out any video game in the last 10 years that has used that feature and tell you exactly what.
A little bit of exaggeration.
maybe a little exaggeration.
I just love playing games, so I play a lot and try to see what's out there.
Yeah. And next to him we have Jason Mooney. And
Hey,
Jason, you've been making video games since college?
Yeah, that's when I started.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Just mostly stuff in my free time, and it's been awesome working on Rustbucket Rumble here with Reactor Zero.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And these are our two lead developers in Rustbucket Rumble. So they've been the guys, in the trenches making all the changes and doing all the tweaks and making the game what it is right now. So we're super excited. We just released Rustbucket Rumble on Steam on Monday afternoon, and it's been awesome watching everybody start playing it and learning how to play. If you aren't aware of our model, what we do is it's a free-to-play model. So each week you get 2 2 free characters on our store, or in the game, 2 of our robots. And if you win 10 ranked matches with a robot, you get it for the next week. And if you win 10 more with it that week, you get it for the next week. So you can play with all of your robots indefinitely if you want to do that. Or we have a DLC pack that unlocks all 6 for you for all the time. And so, obviously, being the first week out, we've been playing a lot of games. There's been a lot of Clancy and Daisy matches.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 free robots this week. And so we thought we would get on and talk to you guys about those 2 characters and maybe some of our strategies with those 2 characters and counteracting some of the things like the triple Daisy turret stacks that we've been seeing crop up.
Those are always fun. Cool. Let's see if we want to talk about one and I'll talk about the other character.
Sure. So I guess Clancy's kind of our, it's kind of meant to be our all-around character. He has pretty good damage, he has some healing, so he has some reasonable survivability, and he's a pretty good carrier. So just some things, his gun is kind of a machine gun, or a burst gun, where he shoots like 3-round burst. It's kind of like the simplest gun to kind of get used to get the feel of. He also has a healing, or healing pulse, which heals himself and all of his allies around him. So he can do some pretty good support on the front line. He's meant to. I personally like playing Clancy a lot, and I find he's really good at kind of going in the fray and mixing it up, and popping off a heal when he needs to. He also has a standard. He has a no frills carry, but he is also one of the. He gets the smallest speed debuff while carrying, so usually he can grab things and get them out pretty quickly. That's kind of the quick feel of Clancy.
Yeah, I know Steve and I will joke that if we're on a team and we don't know who our teammates are, or we're nervous about if they're gonna do super great or not, then we'll pick Clancy because we feel the best. All right, well, even if the rest of my team's not working with us or something like that, we have the best chance of carrying the game with Clancy probably. So
if your attack's weak, you can attack with Clancy. If your carry's weak, you can carry with Clancy.
Yep.
Right. And you can heal your teammates who need it.
Yeah, it does a little bit of everything. So
before you start talking about Daisy, I think maybe we should take one step back and kind of explain some of the terms that we're using.
Sure.
So there are a few basic premises to the game.
Yeah, so every character in Rustbucket Rumble is playing a robot, and they have a primary attack, they have a special ability, and a carry method or retrieval method. The goal of the game is that you're trying to deal enough damage to your opponents so they become stunned, and they turn to these scrap bins, and then you pick up those scrap bins and bring them back to your base, and you use those spare parts to build this giant robot. There'll also be a green scrap bin that spawns in the middle of the level, and one of our levels has some team scraps on either side that are worth 3 points. So that is that the gist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we talk about things like carry speed or attack, each robot has a unique carry ability. Each robot has a unique attack, and each robot has a unique special. And so that's playing around with those different specials and carries and attacks are how we try to keep the robots balanced, and why some have are better in certain situations than others. And
right. Yeah. So just as a thing, when you're carrying something, all characters get a speed penalty while they're carrying something. The goal of that is so that the other team can actually catch up and try to contest that carry. Mm-hmm. And so depending the speed or how much we debuff that or slow them down, it depends on how cool their special is, basically. And so Clancy, he has a kind of a no frills carry ability, and so that's why he can move the fastest while he's carrying.
Right. So how about Daisy?
Yeah, so unlike Clancy, who's just kind of an all-around character, Daisy, she's kind of a... I'm trying to phrase this the right way. I guess she's really bad at direct combat. So if you just run up to somebody and start shooting them, if a Clancy and Daisy stood still and just shot at each other, nobody moved, Clancy's going to win every time. Yeah. Her main weapon is her roller bombs. So she shoots these little balls that roll around the ground, and then they explode when they hit something. So it's nice that they can hit more than one thing at once, but they're a little trickier to hit with because they're rolling on the ground, and they also don't hit as hard as Clancy's burst rifle, for example. Her special is to place these turrets around the map, which everyone has seen.
Lots of turrets.
Yeah, and those will shoot in an area in front of them, and they have a set amount of health. Each individual Daisy player can only place 3 on the map at any given time, but if you have 2 daisies on a team, then you can get 6, or if you have 3 daisies on a team, you can get 9, etc. And so she kind of wants to go around. Well, and also her retrieval ability is to place these carrier drones on the scrap that fly things back for her as little helicopter things. So instead of just like running up to somebody and picking a fight like a number of the characters do, she's more about placing turrets in strategic locations, trying to send scraps back. She's particularly good at grabbing the neutral scraps because her drones are one of the slowest methods of retrieving things in the game.
Right.
But the neutral scraps don't ever respawn the way a player would. So if you just place it on there, unless somebody shoots that drone down, it's going to get in your base eventually.
Right.
So she's
by
trying to
neutral scraps, we're talking about the little green bins in the middle of the map.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
So you're just trying to control areas with your turrets, send things back to your base when you can. Typically trying to avoid one-on-one fights or 1-on-3 fights. You usually don't want to be in the midst. But if you do need to throw down, you do have your roller bombs, and
Right.
you can certainly deal out some damage with those too.
Yeah.
Or you can retreat to a turret or your teammates.
That's a strategy you see a lot. Is you hide behind the turret
Mhm.
and then lob your bombs at somebody.
Right. The other thing Daisy is really good at that we haven't talked about yet with her retrieval method with her carrier drones is saving her teammates from the giant robot.
Yes.
El Rey Giga Robo Jr.
Yeah.
All those words. So if you get stunned near an enemy giant robot, he uses his tractor beam, starts pulling you into his chest, and then you start spinning, and then he eats you, and he gets a bunch of health and a move speed buff from that. So as Daisy, you can jump up, just tap that button, and then a little carrier drone sends your allies safely away from the giant robot. So it's a good way to help you.
Yeah,
teammates when they're
I
in
think a
trouble.
lot of people don't realize that aspect of the whole giant robot sequence at the end there is he's eating you, but you can jump in and pull people away from him.
Yep.
Right. You do not want to let the giant robot eat things.
Yes.
Yep.
Unless he's on your team.
Right.
If you're a giant robot, then please scarf down.
Right.
All right. Well, what do you think? Should we just start playing a couple
let's
games
play a game.
here and show off some of these strats?
Sounds good.
All right. Haven't really done too many 4-on-4s, but we've got that set up.
That sounds good.
So let's try it out.
All right.
All right. And let me switch over to you right now. And what you'll see here is all of our characters. And Steve can scroll through those right now if he wants to.
Yep. Here's Clancy, Daisy, Bjorn, our kind of our damage soaking tank class. Kasumi, high damage, low hit point, fast movement, so kind of an assassinish class. Maverick, he kind of excels at AoE damage. And then Valentina, our sniper class, who's good at range. I'm going to play as Clancy, just because we're talking about him.
I'll be Daisy.
I'm gonna grab Maverick here. Just
All right.
don't get to see him as much.
Cool. So
lots of daisies.
lots of daisies, so we can show off some of our anti-turret strategies here.
Yeah, so there's a few things you can do to try to counter the turrets. One is that they only shoot in the direction they're facing, so if you can get behind them, you have kind of a safe zone. You can hit them without having to worry about the turret shooting you. Another thing you can do is that the turrets have a pretty low rate of fire and a pretty slow-moving bullet compared to most of the other guns in the game. So you can time your jumps as you approach it to avoid getting hit by them and take them out that way.
And notice I'm taking out the turrets by range. Most characters actually outrange turrets, and so I can use my range to take out the turret.
Right. And one of the strategies that you need to use is regaining your health. Once you do that back at your own base, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you start low on health, you think you might get stunned, it's usually best to go back to your base, heal up, and then come back into the fray. Because if you stick around and get stunned, that's not really helping your team at all.
Right. So you see all these little numbers running next to each person's health bar. What do those mean?
Those are your stun counter. It's basically how many times you've been stunned. Every time you get stunned, your counter goes up by 1, and that means that the next time you get stunned, it'll take longer for you to become unstunned. This is kind of a way to help to make sure that people get recycled as it is.
Yeah, so if you get the first time you get stunned, you don't stay stunned for very long. So if you're in a really bad position, if you're really close to the enemy base, you'll probably get recycled. But if you're around the midpoint, in most cases, you'll just respawn, you'll be fine. And it gives you a chance to kind of learn from your mistakes. That if you're like, oh, I shouldn't have picked that fight, or I shouldn't have gone as aggressive as I did there.
So
I got stunned, but everything's all right.
Yeah, and we just had at that point, Steve. What did you just saved a teammate? Basically?
Yes, I saw a teammate got stunned. I don't need to carry him all the way back. I just need to get him out of danger to make sure that he can recover relatively safely. So
right. Yeah, so he's recovering over time anyway. So a lot of times it doesn't make sense to bring him all the way back to your recycler. Just get him out of the damage, and then he can revive on his own, or unstun, as we say.
Right.
Oh. And so I'm playing over here as Daisy. You might see me pop in and out on the screen. One of the things I'm trying to do is all of our action seems to be focused over on the blue side right now. Right. So I am hanging back and I'm grabbing these neutral scraps as they pop up and sending them back with my drone carry. That way I can still keep lobbing these roller bombs in on everybody and not worry about having to walk the scrap all the way back to our base.
Yeah.
Like we just did right there. Jason had it and he dropped it off for me. And so I picked it up and sent it back, and there's an extra point there.
You see, Steve and I spend a lot of our times here clearing out these turrets. Both Clancy and Maverick, their range is a lot longer than the turret's range, and so we're just kind of standing at a distance and shooting them down. And it's nice to use your range to take those out, but also like clearing them out like repeatedly, like we're doing, trying to put focus on it, stops it from getting a situation where there's 9 turrets on the stage at once, because the turrets do have a cooldown there.
That's when you run into your insta-kill situations, when there's 9 stacked.
The other thing about things being stacked is that it makes them vulnerable to attacks that hit multiple things at once.
Yes.
So Daisy's roller bomb, Maverick's missiles, Bjorn's flamethrower.
Sam, we got a thing back here. Oh, never mind, our ally got it.
All right.
I
was getting too crazy up front.
There's one of the things that a lot of Daisy's players will do to when they're placing turrets is they'll place 2 right next to each other facing opposite directions, and that kind of compensates for the disadvantage that the turrets have. They only shoot in one direction. So, but in doing so, they place turrets near each other, so you can use your AoE abilities to take those out.
All right.
Oh. I'm about to get scrapped. Oh no!
Where are you?
Oh my God! There's like 8 turrets over there on their base.
All right, so we've got our big robot. We're walking across the stage here. You see it's grabbing stunned enemies and eating them.
Oh!
Sam is being a noob and is saving them from our giant robot.
What did I do?
We mentioned that Daisy is really good at saving your teammates from giant robots, but she's really bad at delivering enemies to your own giant robot to eat. So.
Oh man. So I should not have done that, is what you're saying?
I'm saying something like that.
Something like
dropping
that.
some knowledge on people. So.
Oh, the other thing I should mention, guys, is I'll be checking out our Twitch chat room as well as our Twitter feed. So if you're watching and you want to ask us some questions in Twitch chat, or tweet us at Rustbucket Rumble, minus the E. We ran out of the characters. So I will pull some of those questions out, and we can talk about those as well.
Yeah.
All right, so Steve,
I want to create a new game.
Lobby? Yeah.
Let's do the Foundry this game, because it has the team scraps in there, and it has the flame room. So
You want to talk about those a little bit more?
Yeah.
sure. So the team scraps, they're placed right above. So there's a red team scraps above the red base, and there's a blue team scraps above the blue base. They are worth 3 points. You cannot bring the red team scraps to the red base. It'll just warp back to the. It's basically the spawn point. And you get 3 points to if you can carry it all the way across the map.
Yeah, and that's awesome because
Gotcha.
players are worth 2 points.
Right.
And the neutral scrap, the green one, is only worth 1.
One.
So it's pretty big.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Point bonus to get that one.
that being said, it's risky. There have been many times where we all thought we were braver than the should have gone after the team scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're over there right by the recycler and something goes wrong.
Right. You
Right.
get stunned at all, you're going to get recycled.
Recycled, right.
Instead of getting 3 scraps, you just get or 3 points. You gave up 2.
Right.
And you also mentioned the flame room.
Right.
It's in the flame room.
The flame room is we spawn the neutral scraps in the flame room, which does pretty significant damage over time. So there's a little bit of game of like waiting for the flame room to be off before.
No, just scooch over.
Oh, okay.
Because people want to see you.
My beautiful
and,
face.
We can only see like half of your face.
All right.
Oh, thanks, Maximum Over Dave.
All right.
Should we wait for one more? I don't know that I've ever played a 5v5 game.
All right. Let's see
We
if
just have,
someone will swap
there we
teams.
go.
Oh, there we
We're
go.
good. Yeah, let's
Okay.
get going.
All right.
Nice. All right,
Cool.
so I'm on a different team from you guys this time. So,
Oh.
so you're going down.
Epic battles.
Don't look, no screen walk.
Jason and I like to have Kasumi battles quite often.
Yeah, we do. Just having a lot.
Aw. I was checking to see if you were Kasumi.
Oh, so you're cheating?
Yeah. I was definitely screen watching.
I think I'm gonna be Bjorn.
All right.
You want to talk about Bjorn a little bit? I don't think we've
Yeah.
seen him in action yet.
Sure. So Bjorn's kind of our tank character. He has a flamethrower, which does pretty damage over time, pretty short range. He's the slowest of all the classes, so he hobbles slowly behind people. But he has
At
Basic-
least twice as much health.
he has twice as much health, and he has an invulnerability shield. And his special carry is he throws things. So he picks things up and he moves really, really slowly, but he can throw them. So throw is great for since he's a frontline character, it's great. Oh, there's a sniper.
So yeah, I'm playing as Valentina,
Oh no!
who is our sniper character. She's kind of cool in the fact that she has 2 main weapons, whereas everyone else only has 1. So Daisy has her ball launcher, Bjorn has his flamethrower, but Valentina
Let zombie take that back.
has got Sam just done me off stream, so no one else can see how awesome it
That
was.
was epic.
Yeah. She's got this little pistol most of the time that's really dinky, doesn't shoot very far, doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But if you hold the aim button, which on controllers is L1, I think it's left shift on keyboard,
Yep, left shift.
then you pull out this really powerful sniper rifle. And there's this laser pointer that tells you where you're going to hit, and that thing hits like a truck.
Yes.
It's 2 or 3 hit KO for most characters, I think.
And especially if you're playing with a weak character like Kasumi.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of HP.
Yep. And then her special ability is this stun grenade. She throws this little grenade that has an EMP burst.
See,
and it
this
makes
is
it
why you
slow.
don't stack turrets so close to each
Ooh.
other. You can just burn them to get.
Yeah. Bjorn's also really good at taking out turrets because he can just pop
Yes.
that shield and then drop the flamethrower on them, and then that's that for the most part.
Oh,
Okay.
see, we just did a little assembly line there. Clancy, come back here. Come back here. Grab this. Yeah. There we go. So, we like to call what we just did an assembly line, where you use multiple characters' carry skills
Yeah.
to get somebody back as fast as possible. So Steve threw the scrap. I grabbed it with Kasumi, and I have a teleport ability, so I teleported a ways away, and then I dropped it off to Clancy.
See, so I'm basically, since I saw Jason there with the sniper rifle, I popped my shield to basically just charge straight at him to try to break him off the position, because you don't want the sniper to get free shots on things.
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier that. What did I mention earlier? Oh yeah, that Daisy's doesn't really want to go in and mix it up most of the time. And so I have probably erred in picking Valentina when I've got 3 daisies on my team because I don't have any like frontline threat to keep people off of me. And as the sniper, you want to stay at long range from everybody.
All right. So we found the sniper teams up very well with like a Bjorn or a Clancy because like they can kind of relieve some pressure from her.
Right. All right, and you're probably seeing on Steve's screen right now some various team commands that have been issued. So that's one of the things we've incorporated in the game to allow players on the team to talk to each other, even though we don't have a chat feature or anything like that. So there are a few basic commands. One's carry this, one's rally here,
Speaking of which,
help me, and yep, there they are. Where are you, TMC? All right, coming to help.
Ooh.
Oh, and fallback is the other one.
so if any of my blue team comrades are watching the stream, we've got to get past that wall there because there's that wall over on the right side of the base. And I know there's a bunch of turrets past it, but if we don't ever go past that, they're just going to get the neutral scrap every time.
Red team, unite!
I can't shoot any of these turrets. There we go. That's a good spot.
Oh, you stunned me.
No!
Oh, nice move.
Not nice enough. So Valentina's retrieval is to shoot this claw, this really long-range claw. It picks things up. Oh,
Yeah.
so sad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no. Oh.
So,
Yeah, a couple devs on the team can be a little
yeah, well, I mean,
overwhelming.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people talk about like 3 daisy teams are unstoppable. How can
Yeah.
we beat a 3 daisy team? So I was just on a 3 daisy team, and we,
Yes.
how many points did we score? 0? Did we score 0 points?
No, you got two.
Two.
You
Okay.
got two. You returned one person.
All right, way to go, guys. We didn't get
And
shut
it was,
out.
It was
so.
Redfish 15. It wasn't even J-Moon.
No, I didn't.
You
I
can't
didn't do
take
a whole
credit
lot
for
that game. Yeah, like I said.
Oh. All right. Let's see if anybody's tweeting at us. Not yet.
All right.
All right.
We aren't that popular.
Okay. We can do our third map, construction zone.
Oh yeah.
This map's kind of cool in that there's some health power-ups on the left and the right towards the bottom of the map, and then there is our springboard in the middle of the map that you can. It's underneath the one-way platform, so if you down jump, you fall onto it, and it launches you up to the top of the map.
Makes a really cool noise too. Right?
Yep, yep. And then there's
Yeah.
also these choke points on either end too that you have to go through. So,
All right.
All right. So we need one more person, or we can do a 2v3. Steve.
we'll get. I have faith.
Steve
We'll get
is
one
generally
more.
known as the best player in the team. So
Jason's pretty good too.
Yeah, I'm not too shabby.
Uh,
I do agree with Sam's statement though.
maybe the two of us combined can beat
Figure
Steve.
out. Yeah.
So when we talk about characters and their different abilities and things,
Mhm.
how do you guys try to balance them so they're all equally fun to play?
Sure.
Good.
Okay. So, so we've got 6 characters in the game right now. We're hoping to make more in the future, which would be awesome. There's a few things that we try to hit with these characters. Obviously, we need to make sure each one has a primary attack, each one has a special. I mean, we also tweak some things like movement speed or health, amount of health that they have
Sure.
in their retrieval ability.
I'm gonna start
yeah.
this while
Yeah,
you're
that's good.
rambling.
That's perfect.
Now Jason's rambling.
Discussing, thank you.
Discussing.
And so we're trying to make characters that appeal to a certain type of fantasy on the one hand, and like being a ninja, it sounds really cool, right? Or being this unstoppable
it
force
is.
with a flamethrower. Yeah, absolutely. And then also making sure that the kit that we're giving any particular character and kit is like the different abilities that they have.
Right.
They
Okay.
all kind of make sense together, and they add up to a specific play style. So I was playing Valentina last game, and she's this long-range sniper character. And so her carry is this long-range grab, because it just kind of makes sense that if you're going to be in the back line so often, you want to still be able to help out, bring stuff back to your base. And so
You wouldn't want to like kill somebody
But
from
then have
50
to-
feet away
and then run all the way across
Yeah.
the stage and pick them up.
Defeats the purpose.
Right.
Okay.
And then her, as we mentioned, she gets into trouble when people close in on her, but her special stuns people at very close
Right.
range. When they do close in on her, it says, whoa, you back out, and gives you a chance to kind of fall back to safety, or maybe lock someone down for your teammates to stun and things like that.
Gotcha.
So as far as how we make sure we balance, I mean, each character, we
Got a
try to
little
make
ball
sure
there.
they have strengths and weaknesses. So Kasumi is very fast and hits really hard. So her strength is kind of assassinating. But you'll see that, I think it was Steve right there, jumped in by himself against 3 of us. And that is a decided weakness of Kasumi. That she is, awesome in 1v1s and probably worse than any other character in a 1v3. I mean, it sounds kind of funny, like, well, why would you pick a 1v3? But, like, you find yourself in those situations all the time.
2 in a row, you gotta wait twice. Oh, and he's using that teleport to escape out of there quickly.
Nice. Here you go, Sam, that's for you.
Gotcha. I think we got it this time. Yes.
I like playing Kasumi a lot, but she's definitely one of the characters where I get the most bold, and so sometimes I go into situations I probably shouldn't.
Her kit kind of baits the person playing as her pretty well. It's like, I'm faster than anyone else. I've got a teleport. Like, how can I possibly die? It's like, well, you have less health than anyone else.
Oh, nice.
So I'm getting greedy here.
Oh my god. Run away. Oh, I got so lucky there.
Gave myself away. So we haven't talked too much about Kasumi, even though we talked about her, but not her kit. So she's,
no way.
Steve and I are both playing Kasumi in this game. I got the wrong person. She's got this sword that hits really hard at a very short distance. And then she has a teleport. That's her special. And then when she uses her carry ability, she spawns these 2 clones of herself that kind of just bounce around and distract people. So it's tough to tell which Kasumi is the real Kasumi. There's a few tricks that you can use to get to the bottom of that. The real Kasumi can double jump, the real Kasumi can teleport, and the other ones cannot. The clones, if you shoot them, they are actually these holograms, and so they like flicker kind of rainbow colors like a hologram if you manage to hit them. And also, I think the real Kasumi is the only one on the mini-map.
Right.
Which you can look at, which is at the bottom of the screen telling you where everybody is.
Yeah, the one thing that I use a lot when I'm going against Kasumi, trying to figure out as she's carrying something, are the little notification or indicators that pop up on the side of the screen when they're off screen. Because you might see 2 clones below you or on the bottom level, but the indicator is on the top screen. And then you know to go up top.
Yep, absolutely.
But I also use, go ahead.
The other thing you can do as the Kasumi player is that you can not teleport, you can not double jump, you can walk into a wall or run towards the enemy base, and people are like, oh, that's not the clone. You can do things like that to try to look more like a clone.
You play dumb, basically. Yeah, I sometimes I even walk the opposite direction, right off the bat.
Yep.
Just to try to confuse somebody.
Yep.
And they go after one of my clones, and then I do my evil laugh. And
I saw that was going to happen.
Yeah, so Kasumi's a ton of fun to play, but a very risky character sometimes to play. Sometimes I'll find that the most effective thing I can do with Kasumi.
Oh, nice teleport! That was awesome.
Is because she's so fast and she has her teleport and her clones, is just to kind of avoid combat and just make runs with the scrap. Because if no one's stopping you, if everyone on the enemy team is all grouped up, then that's a great way you can help out. It's like, well, I can't really assassinate anyone when they're all in the same place.
So Steve, what is your strategy right now when you're going against the giant robot?
I just got stunned. So the thing is, like, you know,
Not
just
die.
not die. That's phase one. Is you can't let him heal, right? He makes heal to make forward progress, and so like you have to basically stop healing as best as you can. At this point, once he's dwelling on the base, our best hope would have been to try to summon our own giant robot by stunning their team and recycling them really quickly. But clearly, as you saw, I got recycled early and lost.
Kasumi's one of those robots that's really tough to play against the giant robot with.
Well,
Yes
and no. It's one of those things, like, if you try to take the giant robot on head on, she's not going to do well. Like, her real... We find that the best way to play her is to try to pick off people and stun them, because you don't want...
let your teammates shoot the giant robot. You go pick off the enemy team.
Right. Then get your points to try and summon your own.
Right. Specifically, Bjorn just shreds giant robots if you can keep people off of him.
Right.
And so, like, so really, the goal is, if you have a Bjorn, let him do as much damage as you can.
The other thing Bjorn does nice against the giant robot is grabbing stunned teammates and throwing them out of harm's way.
Right.
So another mechanic of the giant robot we haven't touched on yet is that he's easily distracted. You know, he likes shiny things like other robots. So if he's walking across the base and the enemy player walks up to it, he's going to stop and he's say, "Oh, look, a friend, right? I'm going to give it a rocket as a present or something, right?
Right, a friend.
Yeah.
Take
this explosion to the face, right?" But and so you can do that to stop the progress of the robot towards your base, and you can coordinate with your teammates to kind of round in and out. So if you have a Bjorn, for example, who's got a lot of health and he's a short-range guy, he'll be there stopping giant robot scrollers, and he starts to fall low on health. You can have a Clancy heal him, or you can have him fall back while the Clancy runs in and says, "I'll start distracting him until you heal up and come back." And also, so taking out giant robots, you definitely want to distract them for as long as you can. And not dying is just so important. Don't get stunned. Don't feed the giant robot. If your teammate gets stunned, grab them and get them out of there so the robot doesn't eat it.
So that's the most important thing. Do not let him eat.
Yeah.
Because if he's distracted all the time against somebody, unless
he's got a full belly
at the other base,
right?
Or he just ate somebody and he doesn't care about eating anymore.
He's like, "I'm full right now. I'm just gonna plow forward for a little bit."
I don't need no food. Or scraps, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh, and I also want to give a shout out here to TMC Stone, and you'll see Zombie, who streams under Blood and Gore, Brains and Gore. Hey, Zombie, sorry if you're hearing this, correct me in the chat, and I'll shout it out the right way. But they've been streaming for us before in the past, and they're here today playing with us, so we really appreciate that.
Yeah, and just thanks to anyone who's played a game with us and seeing on the stream and going through to the end and playing games has been real fun.
Yeah. We love playing with people. We've played against ourselves so much during this whole process that it's nice to play against some fresh faces.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Steve, you want to talk about the Robot Factory, our fourth map in the game?
I think this is, I think the most notable thing, this is kind of one of our biggest and tallest levels that we have, so there's definitely a lot more open space in it. We kind of trapped the neutral scrap in the kind of the middle, is where, so there's like a little bit of like a danger of going after it because people can like, kind of pounce you there. And there's also 2 healing power-ups kind of at the top of the map.
So they're way out of the way.
Right.
So you have to, consciously make the decision to go get healed a lot of times.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
3-on-3.
And
Three on
this
three.
is the one that has teleporter, right?
Yes, this also has a teleporter to get you to the middle of the
Let's do
map.
a 3-on-3.
There you go. Nice.
Okay. The interesting thing about the teleporter is it kind of cuts the distance from your opponent's base to the middle a little bit. So usually we don't recommend going, because the closer you get to the opponent's base, the more easy it is for you to get recycled, and the harder it is for you to recycle something else. And so we normally don't recommend doing it. This map, since there's a teleporter there, you can kind of be a little bit more aggressive because you can get to the middle super quickly at times.
Right.
Yep.
So a lot of times, you don't want to be right next to the other team's base, but if you have to do
Right.
somebody.
If you're going to do it, this is the map to do it on.
Right.
you know, we'll see awesome things where someone will be, you know, about to recycle a teammate of yours, and so you'll chase them all the way to the base, and then, you know, stun them and grab your teammate, hop in the teleporter, and you're fine. Or even sometimes, because the teleporters take you so far, stun that enemy person who's carrying your person, pick up that enemy right in front of their own base, hop in the teleporter, maybe you're Kasumi and you teleport again, and you can stun them. You can recycle them even though you stun them from so far away.
Oh yeah, that's right, Steve. What's up?
That's how we're gonna play it. That's how we're gonna play it.
So Steve and I both picked Maverick on this map, and I know we've seen him before. I don't remember if we talked about his abilities or not. Maverick's got a rocket launcher, which is awesome. Much lower rate of fire than most of any other thing, but they hit real hard, and they do. Oh, nice. Sam just risked everything to save me, and then just hop and teleport and receive.
What did I say earlier? What's up, Steve?
His special ability is a dash that drops these bombs behind. And so that's useful for offense and defense. And then his carry is pretty standard. He just picks things up, but he moves real slow while he's carrying things. But the neat thing that Maverick can do that no one else has is he has this jetpack. I'm over here just like monologuing about the things Maverick can do, and you guys are just like trash talking each other and making sound about
sounds you never wanted to hear me make. So yes, he has a jetpack.
Yeah, no one cares. No.
What was this about a jetpack? How do you like that, Steve?
So I think Steve's playing Maverick and he's on the stream. So if he jumps while he's in the air, then you see him hover kind of there, and you can use that for a couple different things. One, it's just really fun. You're flying, and that's awesome.
Oh, there's two turrets there. Oh,
baited.
You can use it to dodge bullets if someone's chasing you and you're trying to jump to avoid the bullets, and they're timing your jumps to shoot when you land, and you can kind of throw off that timing with flying. And also, you can get up to places that normally take people longer to get to, particularly the health power-ups on this level. You can just fly up there and grab the health power-up from the floor, whereas most people have to do a few platforming jump things.
So one of the things I'm noticing about this game is we are just kind of dominating on the neutral scrap front. And that was, when we set out to design these levels, we wanted to make the neutral scrap kind of a focal point of each level, right? Yeah.
So since you're the flag, part of the problem that we found early in development is that, there's really not a lot of reason to leave your base, because you get into trouble if you get really close to the enemy base, and
there's no reason for them to come to you, because they're in trouble if they come over to your base.
So the neutral scrap is kind of like the way to kind of encourage people to go out of your base, because you can't camp in your base anymore. You have to contest this neutral scrap, otherwise you're going to lose the game.
So one of the benefits that Maximum Overdave just pointed out of Maverick is that he can fly into the danger zone.
Nice.
And he's got a really sweet mustache.
He does have a sweet mustache.
He's got a robot mustache that rivals all other robot mustaches. If I was a robot, I would want Maverick's mustache.
I don't mind me, Steve.
Come back here. Oh, I dropped it.
I'm just over here quietly taking out a turret. All of a sudden, 3 guys land on top of me.
Yeah. It's like a cat fight. Oh, what? Oh! Daisy's trying to sneak a turret on her base right here.
Oh, that's certainly a strategy.
That actually works quite often.
It does. Yeah, so the base is not, usually you need a giant robot to take out the base. Or at least you absolutely want a giant robot, but it's not the only thing that can hit the base. You can just walk up and shoot it if you have the opportunity to do so. Daisy can drop a turret in front of it and have that shoot at the base. but it's just usually a really bad idea most of the time because it's so dangerous to be near the enemy base.
But on a huge map like this, where fighting takes place all over the place, all over the map, a lot of times you can sneak a Daisy turret in there and get a couple of solid hits on the base before anybody notices.
Oh shit!
So
Steve is working hard.
Yeah, Steve just went in there to try to save his teammates as we were talking about doing, and almost had him. They did save him for a moment, but then
nope.
Oh,
that's close.
That was rough. Steve, your ranking, man, it's got to be suffering.
We're playing custom games.
We're playing custom games. We're not recording any stats at the end of this.
Yeah. So the leaderboards are only affected by ranked games, which is by going to the Play Now option from the main screen.
Right. Okay. All right. Fine. Steve's, perfect.
Rankings are intact.
Oh, we actually had somebody drop out there.
Yeah, we did.
That just means that we're even better.
Nice job, Sam. Air high five.
Air high five. Ooh. Wow.
There's a lot of custom games.
Yeah. What should we do? Yeah.
Any votes for the map?
I like construction zone.
Let's do that.
Done.
So what are your guys' favorite team comps to be on? If you're in a ranked game, you're on a 3v3, who do you like to play as? Who do you like to be on your team with you?
Steve?
I think generally speaking, I probably the most fun playing with Kasumi, but I think my general go-to guy is probably Clancy, just all around. And I generally like to see some sort of like front-line-ish unit, like a Clancy or Bjorn, like usually a Daisy support or even a Valentina support, and then kind of doesn't matter who the last character is, but kind of those are like the two that I really like to see.
I think you just listed every character in the game, so if you had to
That's
pick...
true. I did.
Well, yeah, because there's kind of what?
So you like being Clancy, he's your go-to guy, and then you want a support between Daisy or Valentina, so you pick between those two.
Right, and then for the last role, probably like let's just say the team I probably like to see the most is probably a Clancy, Daisy, and maybe Kasumi.
Okay. All right,
That's
I see that.
That one's fun.
I like to see a Bjorn up front. Just he's so big and loud and powerful that he kind of takes the attention of a bunch of the other teammates or the other team. They all try to go after Bjorn, and you can be left to do what you want. I really enjoy playing with Kasumi myself. She's really tough to figure out how to play, but once you do, you feel awesome, like jumping in, slashing somebody, then zipping right back out before anybody can find you. But I also really like playing as Daisy, and Clancy's just the best overall character, or all-around character, so I play with Clancy a lot. Now the flip side of that question is, who do you hate playing against the most? Like who do you run in fear from when you play against them?
The answer to both that questions for me is probably Valentina. Like Valentina is very hit or miss. Like if she gets a good spot and her teammates have a nice front line for her, she's just bringing down the pain on everything. But other times, like, she can't get to that spot, or maybe the person playing her, and this is often myself, I'm not just dissing anybody, like, isn't doing that great a job of landing shots. And then you just have this person who's kind of standing behind everyone, not hitting anybody, not getting scraps, just kind of shooting bullets off at nothing, and that doesn't really help all that much. So
like
she can be
right now.
Yeah, she can be a total nightmare, or she could have like very little attack.
Now, the other thing that I take into account when I'm when I'm picking my character is what map we're playing on.
Absolutely.
So a huge map like Robot Factory, I might not want to play as Bjorn. He's so slow to jump around and move around that sometimes I want a little more mobile character. The other thing to note right here is, I was trying to show it, but Steve revived in time. If Daisy sends a carry drone, her teammates can steal the scrap from the drone. So often Daisy will send something going across the map. If it's a robot that's about to
steal
revive,
is a strong word, Sam. I don't know.
Can help.
Receive.
Can assist. Yeah. Yes, Daisy's very generous. Oh.
That's a good spot. I like that spot.
That's a really nice spot. I think you got 5 straight hits right there. All of us
Thank
just
you,
piled
that's
up
awesome.
together.
So,
Bjorn might have been able to throw me there.
so my teammates there got my back, throwing me to safety.
Who is that? TMC? TMC! Oh no, you stunned me.
And I missed the shot. That was sad.
TMC is rocking this Bjorn, man.
So if I am playing Valentina, it's really nice having Bjorn on my team because he can soak hits with all the hit points. The points that he has.
Other things you can do as Valentina are hide behind one of your teammates' turrets if you're playing with Daisy.
It's a little shield.
Or
nice shot.
Thanks. I'm
Try
so
to
scared
find-
to come in here.
there you go, nice. So yeah, I'll show off. I can.
They got me.
Too
Too
slow.
slow again.
Were you saying something, Sam, before?
Yeah, and then I failed. So let's just.
Oh, it was
forget
a
that.
watch what I'm about to do, and then you didn't do anything.
Watch what I'm about to do. It is not cool at all. But you should
Get off me.
watch.
So I just used my stun grenade to get
Oh,
TMC off me.
TMC! Ouch! He accidentally killed himself.
Ooh.
Oh, did you
Got
get a
me.
double
I did get a
stun?
double stun. That was pretty fun.
I don't know that I've seen that before.
Don't shoot me.
I'll save you, giant robot.
So blue team here is doing a pretty good job of not feeding the giant robot and doing some damage.
He's
We got down to half, but I need my teammate back over here. Oh, somebody save me. Sam, you want to save me? You could.
No.
You're like, no, I'm good.
No, that's cool. Yeah. All right, well, you guys almost had it.
Yeah, we were doing all right for a while.
We gotta get a giant robot versus giant robot game.
Yeah, we haven't had that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, who did the best in that game?
Let's not. We don't need to know who did the best there.
Jay Moon.
I did the most damage on my team, but I didn't get a whole lot of points.
Yeah.
We stunned. I guess I stunned the most people.
Well, that's what's gonna happen though as Valentina. Like some robots you just don't get recycle points
Right.
as much.
Right.
And Valentina usually doesn't get recycled as much either because she's
Right.
so far back.
It takes a lot for somebody to come and
Yeah.
attack her, and
Yeah.
then she's already
Yeah.
she has to get up to stun level 4 or 5 before
Yeah.
you can recycle her a lot of times.
Mhm. I know Steve and I had a few sniper offs that match that were pretty good.
Yeah.
Went one way or the other. But
It's like Stalingrad, construction zone, sniper battles.
Oh.
What do you say? Can we get one more game in?
we got time for one more.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Let's do you two, and I'll be on the other side this time,
All right.
All right. What map do you want to play?
and then I can get
let's
thoroughly
do
destroyed.
the Foundry.
Foundry it is.
Oh, you guys just want to steal all my team scripts.
I was gonna say this way we have the best chance of getting greedy, and both of us one at a time, running over to your base and then getting recycled.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
TMC, I want you on my team. Hop over.
Oh, we got zombies, yeah.
Oh, we got
Alright,
Zombie
nice
and
team.
TMC. Oh man.
Oh wow, we're gonna get big.
Ooh.
This is a good map to have a 5v5
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's just wait to see if we get one more person.
There we go.
And-
Get it up. Oh.
Oh, some people aren't ready.
There we go.
There we go.
There it is.
You guys,
All right.
You guys are just messing with us, aren't you? All right.
All right. Oh, man.
Look at it. 5v5.
So we could have a team with 5 unique robots.
Yeah.
Or we could have a team with 5 daisies.
How many turrets would that be? 15.
Yep. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Who haven't I
turrets.
played? I have not played this AZ yet, so that'll be
I'm gonna be not Daisy. Oh man.
Oh, I don't. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
All right.
This will be Bjorn.
It's
I
such
mean, I'm gonna be somebody, Sam. Who knows who I pick?
It's such a stressful decision. Who am I gonna be?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. 3 Clancy's on the other team.
Yeah, we should get some scraps returned with that team.
I'm curious to see how Valentina's going to work out here. I don't know
Yeah.
if like you're going to have an awesome front line because there's 4 people to protect you, or if you're going to have a hard time because we've got 5 people bum rushing you. And by 5, I mean I got a flamethrower.
Oh, and I missed you with my
You did.
stun.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So what the red team's doing right now is that we're just kind of holding the blue team out of the center.
Right.
And we're getting the neutral scrap that way. So unless we die in the process, that's good because we get a point and they don't get anything. But if we die, like somebody just did, and I may be about to,
Oh.
then it's not a fair trade because they get 2 points. We only get the 1 for that neutral scrap.
Like the current score. What?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Ow, ow,
Wow, the pistol does nothing.
that does very little. Yeah.
Oh. No, I'm making weird noises again. Oh, you would.
And I did. Oh, that's a bad spot to die.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you can just claw it back. Ah.
I missed it. There it is.
Alright, what's going on the map right now?
I like my team though.
I gotta
Doing
heal.
good. I gotta figure out a way to get rid of all. Oh,
Hey, what's up, bro?
no way. Dang. I just want to get rid of all those turrets right there. Won't you just let me do that?
Nope. I will not. I was like, I just want to not let you do that. So that's the exact same thing that happened to me when I was Valentina on this map. I was like, I just gotta get in there. Nice stun grenade.
Oh!
Not nice enough.
Oh no, now
I gotta run.
they're really rushing us. Oh. Oh. I'm just making weird noises. I don't know how to respond. Look at all these turrets. This is awesome.
I'm going for the team scrap and I have no visible health bar.
Oh my god. I can't even run out of my base.
I got that
There
back.
you go, yeah. Zach should probably stop throwing that one. Daisy grab it.
Oh, there's a.
Because, as we mentioned earlier, Daisy's really good at grabbing the neutral scrap. Well, if you can get a team scrap to Daisy, it's also going to go all the way back to your base unless somebody is able to shoot down that carry drone.
But not when you have a giant wall of turrets.
Yep. So it's 10-6. This is a close game.
Oh.
You're not kidding me, Sam. I'm just going to pop up and flame you in the face.
Oh. No. I thought I timed that so I could stun you as soon as you... Oh, dodge. Dodge.
Ah, nice shot, sir.
No.
Human shield. Oh, yeah, Daisy. Thank you, Steve.
Welcome.
You got the giant robot.
Oh!
You see that shot?
I was trying to sneak a team scrap there, but quickly I did not sneak past Valentina.
Nothing gets by me.
Nah.
Nothing. Except for everybody right now.
Oh, no. I got stunned and there was a turret shooting at me. That was a bad spot to be. Oh, hey, Sam. What's going on?
Ah, Jason. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No way. I was in my base. Oh, the beginning of the game. Oh, I should.
That was a fun game, at least for me. I don't know how you had a good time, Sam.
I had a great time.
Okay.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
We got totally destroyed, but well, 8 points. That's a pretty decent game.
Yeah.
No, that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I took more damage than I gave.
Hey, that's a good thing. I did not. That's kind of happens with Bjorn. He's got so much health, so.
Wow, you're pretty close even. When 1,000 taken to 900 given. Usually when I play Bjorn, it's like I gave 200 and I took like 3,000.
Yeah, I had this nice sniper who has to stand in one spot to. I was like, oh yeah, I'll put a flamethrower there. So.
You're saying I wasn't moving around enough?
No, I'm saying that if you're a sniper, you need to stay in one spot. You know, you're like locked down.
Exactly. Well, guys, we're hitting an hour right now.
Mm-hmm.
We had a ton of fun playing with all of you out there. Hope you got some good strategy from this and enjoyed watching us. And we're going to try to do this thing every week. So if you have certain things you want us to explore in one of our streaming sessions, tweet at us or post it on our Steam Community Hub or on our Facebook page. Also, if you guys want to stream yourselves playing Rustbucket Rumble, that would be awesome. And let us know on social media, and we'll hop on and play or tweet you out or jump in the chat room and talk while you're playing. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.
See you guys.
See ya.